What's here tonight? Special KOF. Shout out to the homeboys at Dream Cancel. You know.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Dream Cancel podcast, and this is Dream Cancel Live. I'm Desmond De La Ghetto, coming at you live and direct. And on today's show, we got Common Sense, aka Professional Leon, and we have Joe, aka Karn from Canada. He's away at the moment. He'll be back soon. And we also have James Jr. and we're trying to get his mic set up right now. And at the moment, we're just kind of just hanging out. And yo, what's up, Joe?
Yo.
What's up, man? We live, yo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man. Yo, where you from again, man? You what part of Canada or whatever?
I'm in Toronto, Ontario.
Okay, cool, man. How's the weather up there?
Cold. It was like -2 yesterday. -2 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. We don't really use Fahrenheit here.
Oh, word. Okay. -2 Celsius. That's probably because I know 0 Celsius for y'all is like 32 Fahrenheit for us. So I don't know. Maybe it's the other way around, man. But
yeah, 32 to that. So it was like 32 degrees.
That's 32 Fahrenheit. Okay.
Yeah.
And also we have Professional Leon, Common Sense. What's poppin', man? How you doing?
Same old. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing good. Just chilling out, man. How's things up in NC, North Carolina?
It's good. Same old. Everybody's still grinding. Everybody's still playing. So it's all good.
All right, cool, man. We got James Jr., but we're trying to see what's up with his microphone at the moment. I know he's hearing us and just probably fumbling with the mic, but hopefully we'll get it straight. But yeah, man. This is another test episode. We've done like almost 5-6 test episodes or whatever, trying to launch the new show in like January. But I don't know. I mean, if things keep going well, I mean, you never know. We might just do it early, And for this show topic, it's gonna be pretty laid back. We're just gonna ask everybody how they got into KOF, and all the way up to KOF 13. If KOF 13 is probably some people's first KOF game. Wasn't mine, but we'll go into that, and then we'll talk a little bit about our own local scenes, how we got those up and rocking, because I know for some people it would be kind of hard to get a local scene started for KOF, because it's a pretty small game, but we're really dedicated,
Very.
But James, man, I hope we can. Wait, let's see. Is he on the chat? Let's see.
Excellent.
Yeah, he still can't hear you, man.
You could hear him before, but like very, very
It
low.
was very faint.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I know sometimes like with like microphones and speakers, there's different kinds of like levels and stuff.
Mhm.
There's probably a level on the mic and then a level in like Windows or something. Then you might have to turn something up another place. I hope he ain't using like headphones like old school style. But while we get James up and running, Karn, man, why don't you tell us a little bit about your kind of history as far as how you got into King of Fighters, how you got into KOF 13, how's your like local scene doing, if you could?
Sure. Well, the first time I ever heard of KOF was in like near the end of high school. Like everyone had only known of Street Fighter back then. Well, everybody around here, it's like when I heard of KOF, it's like, what is that? Like, does anybody even play this? Like, our local arcades weren't really into most of those games. And I think that was the beginning of most of the emulation and stuff. And I first learned about KOF 98, and I found the game crazily addictive. Catchy music, smooth gameplay, and all that. It was a lot of fun.
Right. Okay. And when 13 came out, you just hopped right on, right?
Yeah, right away. I mean, between 98 and I guess the new gen of fighters, that was 2009 when Street Fighter 4 came out. It was like totally dead for a while, but when I heard about KOF 13, I was really excited. KOF 12 was supposed to be a big deal as well, but before I bought it, I already heard a bunch of reviews on how it was kind of like a beta game.
Yeah, it was. It was funny because like we were kind of playing that too for a little bit, man.
It had a scene, eh?
Yeah, but what about your local scene, man? How many people play? How often y'all do tournaments or casuals?
Casuals can vary. We might get anywhere from like 5 to 10 normally. Most of our local tournaments will get, I guess, 12, at least 12 players. There's probably at least 20 to 25 people who are decent at the game around here. It's just a matter of getting them all out at the same time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I can hear that. All right. Nice. Oh, yo, what tournament? What's the last tournament you've attended?
That was our major, because Toronto has like a couple majors a year. Ours was well, we used to run the T series, like T12, T13, and we changed it to Canadian East Coast Championship, CECC. And yeah, I just managed to win my first major around here.
Yo, how was that feeling, man, when you won?
I was elated. There's a lot of pressure when it's a major. It's just higher stakes. Feels like a bigger deal. Nerves are affecting me more than usual and all that.
Oh, I can hear that. You just had to kind of just work with it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hear you, man. How many people was in that tournament that you won?
It was a small turnout, smaller than I expected. We had a few from out of town, some from the States, Pittsburgh actually. Shoutouts to T2A Climax and Bonkler. We had 16, I believe. I was really hoping Air would make it. I really wanted a rematch against him. He beat me at, I think it was Toryukin last year. He got first place last year in KOF 13 in Toronto.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool, man. All right. Yeah, man. Congrats on winning. Are there any videos of that tournament?
Yes, there are. They would be on Twitch right now. I think they might also be on YouTube. I can. Yeah, they're on the Toronto Top Tiers website. I mean, YouTube channel.
Right. Okay.
What's funny about... Yeah, also, I just wanted to add, what's funny about how I met most of the players here for KOF 13 was through Arcade Shot Gibby. Yeah, I met him playing Mark of the Wolves online on GGPO.
Word. Yeah, shouts out to Gibby.
Yeah. Like, he knew about everybody playing in Toronto before I did. Because I just, like, mostly played at home.
Right. All right, cool, man. All right. Well, good to have you on the show, man. Let's holler at Common Sense. Yo, how'd you get into King of Fighters, man?
It kind of, I don't know, I was a third strike player, and I tried to get into 12 when it dropped, but it just felt wrong. Like, I mean, I never played King of Fighters before in my life. Like, I knew about CVS 2, but I had never played King of Fighters. 12 felt really, it didn't feel good, so I was like, yeah, I'm done. But then 13 came out, and everybody jumped on it, and I was still focused on third strike, and I was like, it's just going to be dry, nobody will play it. But a lot of our old heads started coming back to play again, and I was like, I haven't seen these guys in a long time. Something must be up. So after like 2 months of it being out, I finally went and got it, and I just fell in love with it. And
hello.
Ooh, yo, James.
We can hear you, James.
Is it better if I put it close? I'm like really close to my mouth right now. It's really
You sound
close
perfect.
to it.
Yeah.
Is it
Stay
clear?
in that position.
Oh, okay. I guess
keep doing what you're doing.
I guess that's the thing. Okay, go on. Go on. I didn't want to interfere with you. Go on.
It's all good. So, like I said, everybody kept telling me to get it, and after like 2 months, because I was like, it's gonna die. After 2-3 months, everybody's still playing, and I'm like, okay, something's up. So I downloaded the demo, and it felt so smooth to me when I played the demo, and it looked so good. And so my friend, he came over and we played, and I was getting beat up, but I enjoyed every minute of it. And that's when I knew I was like, yo, I gotta play this game. Like, I mean,
Yo,
I'm
Leon,
losing.
1 second, man. It says on here you're muted. Can you see if like you're not muted? Because on my window it said that you're muted. I'm trying to not. I don't know why it's showing up that way. Can you
Yeah,
check on your side? Oh, there you go. It's not there anymore.
we're good.
Damn. Yeah. I hope that it wasn't very muted when you were going through your story, man. Yeah. Go back from the top, man, if you could, just in
Okay, that's
case.
cool. All right. Well, I jumped in the scene earlier. I was a third strike player, and that was my main game. Loved the game. I got really good, but 12. I tried to get to 12. It just didn't feel right. From what I heard, like my area was the SNK area. Like that's the game they played. Um, but 12 didn't feel good at all, so I just chopped it off. I was like, I'm done. Whatever. Went back to third strike and played. Um, 13 came out, and everybody started playing, and I was like, y'all are whatever. It's gonna be dropped. Like, there's no point in doing that. So I kept playing, and after like 2 months, everybody's still like playing and telling me, "Hey, yo, you gotta play, you gotta play." So I downloaded the demo of the game on Xbox Live, and I thought it was like really pretty, and it felt really smooth. And I was like, "Yo, this is really fun." Like I was in the demo playing for like 5 hours at a time, and I was like, "Okay, this is weird." Like I'm really liking this. So
Hmm.
um, I went and my friend came over and we played like all day and he beat me up. Like I didn't win one game, but I enjoyed every minute of it. So I knew then like, okay, I gotta play this game. And I just haven't looked back since. And since then I've been playing 13 really hard and I went back and played all the older games and looked up the history and everything. So I'm a KOF head now, so that's how it started.
Bro, that's dope, man. What's the last tournament you have entered in, like
Um,
local and major?
just the major TFC. I haven't played in any tournaments. I went to a gathering. It was at a tournament, but it ended up being a gathering. I went to that, but yeah, after TFC, yeah, after TFC, I just haven't did anything. I haven't had any time, but I plan on playing again soon. Um, so the Fall Classic was the last thing I went to.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of you playing, man. Yeah, dude, you got skills, man. How was you? How did you feel you performed at the Fall Classic, man? And
Um,
yeah, how was your experience overall?
it was good. I I think I performed well. I performed solid. I'm happy with my placement. I felt like I did good. I had played Shien earlier in the week at the tournament. He went to our tournament, and we went back and forth like consistently. So I really wanted to play him, but I never got a chance. I lost to Chris Cheese mature a few times, not knowing a few things. But you
Yo,
know,
I lost to him too, man.
yeah,
At
his
USGT.
mature it caught me off guard. He's really solid. He's a really solid player, really smart. So I just got
Right.
to play better. But overall, I'm really excited of my placement. Um, and I'm excited that my all the practice and training I did like paid off. So it just makes me want to just keep playing and go harder and stuff.
All right, cool, man. All right, sounds good, man. All right, let's speak to James. Yo, James, yo,
Hello,
can you
hello, hello. Can
louder?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
I
That's
can.
yeah.
Alright, I guess I gotta raise my voice too.
Yeah,
Alright. What's up?
not much, man, not much. Yo, can you tell the people how you got into KOF and how you got into KOF 13 and your local scene and stuff?
Alright, well, how I got into KOF. I guess it started back in KOF 11, I think, that released in 2005. I remember looking up the game in like GameStop.com and was so hype about the game because it was really cheap. It was $20, so I'm like, I had to get this. I had to get this, man. So like, it's funny because I had a round trip adventure because at the time I didn't know about pre-ordering or anything like that stuff because I'm like whatever. I just buy it in store. So like I had to run by different Game Stops all over Chicago until I finally found it at a mall, KOF 11. I was like the most excited person because like I thought like the characters were cool, everything was cool. And then that was like my first time just playing KOF. I didn't really get into it because I didn't like understand what A, B, C, D means. So I'm like, my God, this is so hard.
Yeah.
I don't understand anything. And that's back when YouTube wasn't as big and all that stuff. So, and then finally when KOF 12 came around, like I think 2010, that's when I really got into it. And
Hmm.
that's like, I guess that's my first KOF game I took seriously. I remember I was like the first 20 people on the leaderboards and
Okay.
stuff for it online when it first came out. That's where I met like a bunch of other players, like around like Detroit and like Virginia and stuff. And we actually had smooth connections in the beginning, like very smooth. It was like offline, and then eventually it got worse and worse. But then I just stuck to KOF, and then I tried the older games and like hotels, those dinner dance parties, and then
Hmm.
finally my breakout game, KOF 13. Yeah, I bought that game the first day, and then lead up to my local community, local scene. That like I just brought the game to one of our usual casual gatherings on Monday at Ignite Network Gaming Lounge,
Hmm.
and then I just got people hooked. Just show them the trials. Ash combo. So it's hard, but it's fun to look at.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like I pretty much got those guys hooked on it from like the combo trial demo standpoint. Then ever since, man, we lost like ever since we lost players because of life and stuff, and we gained new players. Fortunately, recently we gained younger players because that's what we need because our
Hmm.
players are getting older.
Yeah.
So it's like I've been training them since I guess last month, or seriously training them since last month, and like they're getting better and better. So hopefully they could make an impact in any major coming soon.
All right. Cool, man. Sounds good. Um, yeah. Well, for me, dang, I kind of started just from playing a lot of Third Strike, and I was always into like KOF and stuff like that. I was really like attracted to KOF 98 and stuff like that, and I wasn't like super serious with it. Then I think I played a little bit on like GGPO and stuff like that. Got whooped. Played a tournament local here in 2009 for KOF 98. Only like 8 people showed up or whatever, but it was like kind of a local major, and I got second place over there. That's like the farthest I've ever been in any tournament. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna stick with this game. And this was when Street Fighter 4 was out. And then after that, I think I played a lot more like 98 UM, 2002 UM. Played the original versions on GGPO. Saw KOF 12 was coming out. I was hyped. I was like, yo, I got to get a PS3. I'm gonna play this game. When it came out, I wasn't feeling it, but we still played it with a couple people because we were just fans. Then 13 came out, and I was like, "Yo, I hope this is better. It looks better." And here I am. But I think the last tournament I was in was a local tournament. I think it was a couple months ago. I think I got like fifth or fourth place. Our local scene is pretty good. And UFGT, I think I got like top 8. I think I got tied for ninth or something. I just kind of barely like scrapped by or whatever. And gonna be coming to Frosty's Fostings down in your neck of the woods, James. Yeah, we're gonna be coming
Yep.
back.
Yeah, man, get that rum back.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right. Well,
Run.
next topic. What advice do y'all have for like new players, man? They're trying to get into the game. They're trying to learn the game or whatever. Common sense. Once you start, tell us some tips for new players.
Um, try your best to find the scene and you gotta enjoy it. Like for me, when I started, you gotta set like small goals. You know, like my first goal was like, okay, I'm gonna hit the J3 combo. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and I set small goals. So I really think like having a focus and like setting goals so you have motivation. Like you complete a goal, like you feel good, so you want to keep going forward. Um, and checking all the sites, Dream Cancel, Ochanagi, like wherever you need to go to like get information. You know what I'm saying? It's all out there. So like, and YouTube, watch a lot of matches, and I watch a lot of matches, and I think it helps a lot of people to point in the matches to get other ideas and ways of looking at things. And honestly, like find a scene and just keep working at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and playing online is really good too. I became good from playing online, like on Xbox Live. Like that's how I developed my skills for the most part. And now that we have Steam Edition, which is even better, you can really like anybody can get really good playing on Steam Edition. There's a lot of good players. There's a lot of novice players as well, or beginning players. So you should just find people, befriend them. I would say like get them on your friend list and just consistently like grind it out, and you'll get better. If you have a question, just ask it somewhere on one of the sites, and people are willing to help. So it's a lot of tools. You just got to put out the work, but you can definitely get good at Canva.
All right, cool. Here's a question from the Dream Council chat Tango chat box. Someone at who asked again? Who asked? Paul Howard. He said, "Are there any? Where is it? Oh, are there any? Do other Terry players exist in the States?" I'm gonna say yes. There are other Terry players.
Chicago.
Yeah.
What's up?
Mario.
Mario Marquillo, right? They both play.
Oh, Marquillo, yeah, from Boston, right?
Yeah, and then Mario from
Yeah.
Chicago as well.
Does Mario still play?
Yeah, Mario still plays, but he doesn't show as much to gatherings because of live stuff. Because football season started, so now he has to work more. So, yeah. But, he'll show up when he can. And when he shows up, we really grind.
Right. Yeah, there are Terry players. I think another Terry player that was playing for a while. I don't think he plays them that much. Was Mr. KOF. But if you're looking for Terry, yeah, look up Mario E. Look up Zero Black from Chile.
Yeah, Zero Black.
Zero Black
is
an amazing.
Yeah, he is dope.
He's pretty good
like
too.
he has a good Kyo too. But yeah, his Terry is dope. So check out Zero Black. Check out Mario E.
I think there was another guy in Chile as well that had a really nasty Terry. I remember seeing like some Chile, some Chile. It was like Terry, like mirror matches all over the place.
Word. Yeah, we have 2 Terry players here in Minnesota. Shouts out to Tones and Unwieldy. They play with Terry, abusing his jump D, which is super good.
It's like a Street Fighter normal.
That cross up is
if I would say.
Yeah, that cross up, you can just like jump and just pick a side, man. I mean, you don't even have to pick a side. You just confirm when you land. Like,
it's just like Benny's. Like I don't know where it's gonna be at half the time. I just try to stay away from it.
Yeah, it's like an automatic like 50-50, man. You know what I'm saying? If you decide to try to block it. All right, here's another question before I go back on to what I was asking before. What KOF besides 13 do you think is a good starting point for new KOF players? Asked by Zero Trigger. What y'all think?
98.
Yeah, 98, 2002.
Probably 98, yeah.
Hands down. Doesn't even have to be the ultimate versions either.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. I went, like I said, 13 was my first KOF, so I went back and played 2002 and 98, and it felt like the same game, but like the special moves and stuff were different. But 98, especially, like it was just straight raw fundamentals. It didn't have any HB, any major. It was just straight up. Do you know the game? Do you know your spacing? Do you know these buttons? And like that you need that. So 98's definitely really good at it.
Word. Yeah, I agree with all y'all. I think 98 or 2 are good KOF games to play, or even good starting points. Yeah, the only thing you just got to realize is, just like you said, Leon, there's no HD. They ain't got no EX moves or whatever, and a lot of the properties of the special moves are different too. So you kind of have to step your knowledge game up and what's safe, what's not safe, what's cancelable, what is cancelable. Like another thing I kind of noticed with those older games is like it's a little harder to confirm from low attacks. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're playing with like Iori or like maybe Chris or some other characters or whatever. Like it's a little more. You got to put a little more work into getting damage from your kind of low light kick confirms. While
Yeah.
in 13 you can just low light kick HD 80%. Life pretty
Yeah,
much.
he's an 80.
Yeah, 80, 90. You know what
A
I'm
big
saying? If
deal,
you don't,
just another day.
yeah, if you don't drop it,
Yeah.
and it's a more kind of like it feels fluid, but like the controls still like they feel a little more tighter. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? In
Well,
13, like things kind of just come out sometimes if you aren't careful. You
mhm.
know, in 98 things don't come out at all if you're not careful.
Oh yeah,
You
I
gotta
learned
force
that
it.
at
You
UFGT.
gotta
Oh
force
man,
them out.
UFGT. Still remember that team tournament, Chicago versus Canada
Oh
or
yeah.
Toronto. Man, we got slaughtered, all of us, by like James Jr. It was
Yeah,
bad.
we good. Oh man, I just coming in. It was fun though.
Yeah, it really
It was a
was.
lot of fun. We'll run it
Word.
back when you guys come back though, for sure.
Yeah, and you got to run it back for what I did to you in tournament.
Yeah.
Word.
Ooh.
Cool. Oh, yo, I see Tones is up in Tango chat. What's up, Tones? Anyone have any more questions before we go back on the topic? And, all right, we'll get back on the topic. Yo, James, man. Any kind of tips for any new KOF players where they can like get started on learning 13?
Well, like pretty much say the same thing with what Common Sense said. You gotta find a scene. Once you find the scene, play with them. Like that too. And the way I got better, like especially when I first started KOF, is that I just keep playing and playing. And I
Yeah.
still do it like in recent casuals too. Like I play the crap out of the game. I don't play like 10 games and then get out. I play like 50 games and then I have
Get
to
a drink
get
of
up because my
water and
legs are
then come back.
tired. I need to stretch. So yeah, I play like 50 games and then stretch. Look at other games and just laugh at stupid things and then I go back on the grind and just keep playing and playing. You have to keep playing and playing no matter what. Keep grinding if you want to reach to like a level of, you know, SoCal, or probably at least compete with them. Not like at a level, at least compete with SoCal or any other players in the world. You got to keep playing.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. You have to keep playing. You can't just play like 3 games and then go out. You have to keep playing. I got it. Like yeah, you gotta keep playing.
Word.
And of
Okay,
course,
cool.
use Dream Cancel websites and stuff for information. YouTube, watch a lot of matches.
Mhm.
You gotta keep grinding, man. You see something you haven't seen before, and you don't have a certain technique, you gotta practice it. Set goals for you in casuals to do something specific and like make it land, or condition them to do some things, and then you can land stuff.
Word.
Yeah,
Regardless if you win or lose the match, right? Or
yeah.
you still like
Regardless
about
if you
that?
win or lose, if you,
Yeah.
like a goal to use a technique and at least land it. As soon as you get down, then you got it. Then keep practicing it over and over again. You got to keep playing.
Word. Cool, man. All right. Well said. Karn, man. What do you think new players should try to do, man, to get better at KOF or to get into the game?
Well, aside from just having people to play, a lot of the roadblocks for getting into a new game are not knowing what exactly you're supposed to be doing in a lot of situations, or lots of issues with different types of execution. Somebody might think that it just isn't suited to them, or they'll have too much trouble figuring out how it works. But if you talk to like anybody who's experienced with the game, like find somebody on Dream Cancel, check out the forums, especially for any characters that you're having trouble with. Any difficulty you've ever had with a character, somebody else has gone through it, and they definitely have a solution that will get you through it.
Word. Cool. Yeah, that's well said. Yeah, because it's like that with any fighting game. When you first play, you don't know what's kind of going on. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to just move around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree. And a lot of that stuff you kind of just learn in with time too. Yeah, I think my tips as far as learning KOF is, yeah, play with lots of people or just play with the people that you have, because sometimes it can be kind of, slim pickings, as far as getting, people to play with. Yeah, use all the resources you can. We have a lot of resources on Dream Castle, and there's resources at other sites too. You know what I'm saying, that are pretty useful because the KOF community, it's pretty widespread to different places. Um, Playing online helps. Go on Steam and play online. Grind those combos out as much as you can, and watch videos because like watching videos is like really, really important and helpful because you can see what other people are doing, and then you can kind of compare it to your own style and stuff like that. But always, like play with people. You know what I'm saying, as much as you can, because you don't want to be just completely theoretical. Not applying it. You know, yeah. James said it best. To kind of like set goals when you're playing and stuff like that. You know, of things you want to try, little setups or whatever, or certain combos you want to do, or just change up how you play as frequently as you can when you get better. I mean, when you get started, you can kind of like, you know, have some sort of training wheels or whatever, but once you get better, you'll kind of like, get a different kind of add different flows to your gameplay or whatever. But yo, why don't we go into what characters everybody plays with, and why they play with them? And James, yo, you there, man?
Yeah.
Yo, like, what characters do you like to play with, man? Who's your main squad? Who's some pocket characters? Maybe some characters you learning. Yeah, what characters are you playing with, and why?
The characters I'm currently maining right now is EX Kyo, Kim, and Benimaru.
Ah.
That's a pretty top tier
Oh
team there,
man.
but
It's all good. It's all good.
but yeah, the main team I used to play was regular Kyo, Karate, and Kim, but then like I didn't like how I performed on that team this year, so I just completely changed my team
Mm.
and just like I figured, oh, I need somebody with a one frame command grab. Benimaru, because I like him. And then EX Kyo because his reversals are so good. And then Kim because it's Kim. I've been playing Kim since like almost release, so I had to stick with him. And then
Mm.
yeah. And my pocket characters, I guess EX Iori as of right now, because like I always like to try to attempt to do his infinite. Like,
Oh
no matter
man.
what, no matter
How
what,
many
I'm
can you
just
get?
always trying to do it. I don't even care. So far,
Yeah,
I could do like 3 reps of that.
3 reps
So, yeah,
on
3 reps
pad.
after initial launch of the
I can
EX.
get I can get two, and I'm dropping it. My hand
Yo,
falls off.
I haven't tried it, man. I don't want to break my wrist on
No, don't
my
do it.
pad or my
Dude,
arcade stick.
My arm hasn't
I
recovered.
Yeah,
think
her
it's
Ren broke
easier on
several.
arcade stick though. I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
it's a smoother motion or something. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yo,
as
why'd
far
you
as pocket
choose
characters, only EX Yuri. What's up?
only EX Yori?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
why'd
did
you
say
choose
that.
EX Kyo over normal Kyo?
Basically, his rec up pressure, I think his corner pressure is better than regular Kyo. And plus his defense, I like the armor stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
that's the main reason why his armor stuff. His defense in general, I feel like it's better.
Okay, but you like that corner pressure and that auto guard pretty
Yeah,
much,
auto
right?
guard, corner pressure is the overall thing.
Word, I feel you. Okay, cool. Oh, yo, got a question, yo. Blood Knight 77 says, "Who are some rivals in your own scene?" Yo, Leon, you got any rivals, man, in your local scene? I'm curious.
uh, I guess, yeah. I mean, everybody that you mean like anybody in particular? I mean, we got a lot of good players. One person in particular, Gamer Wizard, he's really good. He made top eight at TFC. Probably hold up. My number one rival would be Soul Chris. I don't know if anyone heard
Oh
of
yeah,
him,
yeah.
but
Shout out to Soul Chris.
Oh yeah,
that's
shout
my
outs to
homeboy.
Solkers.
That's my dude. He pushed my game further than anybody else did in KOF. Like I owe a lot to him becoming good. Because he used to body me for free, super free. So playing with him, he helped me like push my game. So he's my number one rival. He would be like the guy like that. Like I was like I gotta go get him, and he taught me a lot just playing him. And he had if I had to throw a number to him beating me, it would be like 500 to like 60, 70, 80. Like he beat me really bad, but it pushed me to where I am now. So that
Right,
goes back to what James and I said. Like you gotta just keep playing, and
Yeah.
you'll get better.
right.
So
All right, cool. Karn, man, you got any rivals in your local scene?
Yeah, I guess it's depended a lot on when though. At the beginning, yeah, though, yeah, at the very beginning I was doing really, really badly, but I kept at it. But we had one guy who was really like wrecking everybody without any problems for the longest time. His nickname is Raynex, and
Ray
like,
Nax.
Next.
Okay.
yeah, Raynex. He's
He
from
goes
Toronto.
ham.
Yeah, he won this tournament in Toronto at some point to get a. He won a trip to I think it was NEC. I think he met James Jr. there, if I'm not
Yeah, that's where I
mistaken.
met him last year.
Oh, cool. But yeah, he was like my biggest rival for a while. After a lot of hard work, I managed to start beating him. Sometimes it was inconsistent at first, but I kept at it. The guy's like really gifted, but I put a lot of work into countering a lot of the strategies he was using. Not sure if it was just a plain character counter pick or getting used to the way he played. After he started focusing on other things, though, other rivals did pop up in his place. Two of the main ones now would be one is Hype TSF. He came with our group in Toronto to Chicago. He got ninth place along with me. Desmond, you also got ninth at UFGT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came there. He's about as good as I am. And yeah, he's no matter what kinds of setups I'm trying to figure out, safe setups and so on, he's always looking for counters. So I always have to change the way I play. I can't relax when
you're
I'm
breaking
playing
up
him
for
because
anyone
he's
else.
always thinking.
Hmm.
And there's also a DTCTFHSJ. He's one of those gifted players who seems to be doing well in like every game he plays, and he seems to be applying a lot of different skill sets that he's gotten from playing games like Marvel and anime games and so on. It's been really tricky dealing with how offensively he plays. He'll put himself in riskier situations than I'm used to seeing people do in order to get a chance to do more mix-ups and stuff like that. And that's about it for our main current rivals. There's other good players, but they don't come out so much.
Right. All right, cool. Yo, James, man, you
What's
have
up?
any local rivals?
Yeah, though I guess the one most known around the world is Mario. He's pretty much my biggest rival in every tournament
Hmm.
ever in Chicago. So, yeah, he makes me go all out all the time, man. Really annoying EXE maybe hate the character. But then when I saw him do the infinite, I'm like, okay, I have to try this. That looks so cool. And annoying Terry too. And I finally figured out stuff, and I'm like, man, I shouldn't even lose to this anymore. But and then his Mai is pretty annoying too. His offense is very annoying. Like my God, man, he doesn't care. So it's like that's what I guess beats me. And then when I beat him, I just try to not care either and just see what happens. But yeah, he's my biggest rival. And then like my other rival, Noah, NCV.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say. Like, pretty much he's my training partner. Every Monday we're always playing KOF. We're playing a lot of games, and yeah, we make each other go all out. We try to, see if we could use any more pocket characters, and that's how we learn counter picks and stuff. And like, yeah, make each other better. And then yeah, he makes me go out too. He's been consistently, I would say, the third best KOF player in Chicago. So
Word.
he's been yeah consistently playing the game. So mainly just Mario and Noah, and they play completely different too. Noah's more defensive, I guess. I wouldn't say my style. My style's weird, but Mario's all offense. Noah's all defense, reactionary, and all that stuff.
Right.
Defense. So yeah, those are the two I would like to mention as far as biggest rivals here in Chicago.
Right. All right. Cool. Yeah, I would say my rivals up in Minnesota. It's funny. I have a few. I gotta say, Tones. He's a really good player. He's one of my rivals and training buddies. Yeah, he's really good. I know you played him a few times, James. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
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 he's
I
really
did at
good.
Frosties last year.
Yeah, and
I think we played at UFGT like 2 years ago or
yeah,
UFGT
yeah.
8. Yeah,
Yeah, another rival I have is my guy Grublet. He lives in St. Cloud, and he has a brother named Josh KOF, and both they're both my rivals, man. So I have three
yeah, they're
rivals.
really good too.
Yeah, yeah, they're really good. They don't drop combos and stuff. They learn the game
Huh, no, they
fast.
don't.
Yeah, and I would say another rival is another trainer partner of mine named Unwieldy, who is really good. He started, you know, he just started playing like a few months ago, and he's just getting really, really good. He's a resident like Soul Calibur 5 player, and he's just been using that skill and applied it to KOF. So yeah, he's getting really good. Hopefully, we'll bring him down to Frosties and stuff, and show off his talent. But yeah, I mean,
And
I
Yeah,
like having rivals. I like having people that train or pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of help me get better. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
we can help each other get better. Kind of push me to become a better player. You know what I'm saying? And that lets me know we're having a good scene. Is
Yeah.
you having people that are kind of push you to be a better player and getting you know those really good matches and good kind of practice sessions and stuff like that. So yeah, big ups to my local scene. Oh James, man. Oh wait, I already asked you
what's
this.
up?
My fault
Oh,
about characters. Leon, man, what characters do you play with, man?
Um, I run Rio, Karate, and Kim, and Benny as like a fourth. I rotate out Rio and Benny, or just actually I just rotate out all four of those. But yeah, I play those. Uh, I play Kim because Kim's strong. He has real good comeback potential. And I kind of can trust him to like knock out some people.
Yeah,
Um, Karate. I like rushing down, so his cross up is really good for that, and he breaks guard really quickly. He's really fast, um, and he has a lot of tools like uppercut and stuff. His normals aren't the best though. I think if anything, that's his only weakness. His normals aren't good. And
wait,
so
which character?
karate's I don't like his
Oh,
I don't like
karate.
his normals per se, but
Yeah, yeah, I feel you.
I like his speed. He's really fast, so he makes people have to think really quickly.
Right.
Um, And then the Rio, that's my guy now. Like Rio, I love Rio so much. I always wanted to play him, but my friend kept telling me not to play him. And then I was playing some guy online, and the way he made me feel when I was playing against him, I was like, yo, I have to play this character. And I started playing him, and ever since then, like he does everything I need to do in a character. I think he's really strong, and he he can do defense and offense. So I like him a lot for that, depending on the pace. Um, So I like him a lot. And then Benny, I've been playing Benny since he's been like my main character since I started. And recently I've been hitting the infinite pretty decent. I can uh, get like 10, 15 hits before I drop it. So that definitely made me like switch right back to him. But I had already been playing him for a lot anyway. And I like Benny as well. His jump B's is annoying. His command grab is frustrating. So he has a lot of ways to get damage and open me up. So I like him a lot as well. So those are the
Hmm.
characters I play. Um, Rio, Rio has a lot of frame traps and stuff like built in, and so yeah, I like Rio. Would probably be my favorite character out of all of them.
All right, cool. Yeah, I feel you on those frame traps with Rio, man. He could just lock people down, just have them living in the corner pretty much. Yeah, he's definitely a good character. Yo, Joe, Karn, man, what characters do you play with, man?
Right now, my main team is Kula, Elizabeth, and Chen. I think I started using Kula around the time the game started, probably because I first saw her in 2002, and I saw her basic B and B, and I'm like, wow, that's so flashy as a combo. And for something as simple as that, I started using that character a lot and learned more about her. But it was just 2002, and KOF 13, there are a lot of differences to take into consideration. After I really started to learn how Kula worked, I really liked how she kind of has an endless pressure game that makes your opponent have to guess what you're going to do next. Like, if
Hmm.
my opponent's not really moving too much, I can be contributing to focusing on guard crush all the time. If I think my opponent's going to do something crazy, I can just bait DPs, bait guard rolls. You can just pressure all day, and I don't really have to think too hard about what I'm doing things. It gives me a lot of time to read my opponent and frustrate them when I'm using that character, and her stand B is really broken.
Right.
That's a bit of it about Kula. Elizabeth, I like her a lot. Her normals are really, really terrible. Like for most characters that have bad normals, all they can really get by with is having a decent stand day, and thankfully she's got I guess an average stand day that'll get me out of trouble. But my favorite thing about her is that she has so many options. She has moves that work in specific situations, a large move set that can get you out of any situation as long as you know exactly what your opponent's patterns are. A lot of Elizabeth's specials are safe on block, or mostly safe on block, like her hand slaps and her light sliding uppercut. It's really good to get a read on what your opponent does in response to using those moves, and if you make good use of her command counter, you can actually punish all kinds of even heavy pokes with full combos.
Hmm.
So that's what I really like about her. And she's got a command grab that's always good. Chin, he's a really awkward character. I think Chin's really, really broken, but I guess nobody would really argue with me about that. You need a pretty good execution to use a lot of his advanced combo starters. He has many options in terms of mix-up, lots of mobility. And yeah, that's it for my main characters. I sub in Kyo and I guess Shen. I guess everybody can use Shen. And I'm starting to
Normal
pick up
Kyo?
Dash. Normal Kyo, yeah, 13 Kyo. I I do agree that EX Kyo's pressure seems a lot better than normal Kyo's, but I find that his damage isn't quite as good, and regular Kyo has a nice command grab, the EX
Hmm.
command grab. It goes pretty far. And on top of that, he can DP with a reverse motion, which is a lot easier to use on reaction from a defensive position. And just for that, I like him a lot more.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Question from the audience. Tones, he asks, would you say KF 13 is somewhat balanced compared to other fighting games? Do you think KF 13 is somewhat balanced? What do y'all think about the balance in KF 13?
I think I think it's pretty good. I think most characters can do good. I think the play being a good player matters more than the character a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I think as the game's going, I think more characters are like popping up and doing better than what people thought. Like from what I'm seeing in matches, I'm seeing characters like Robert or um, Saki, like characters that like people slept on, like are doing better. Like when the game first came out, people didn't think Dulon was good. Like so it's still evolving, and I think the game being good at the game matters more than the characters. So I still think I think it's a really balanced game in comparison to a lot of other games.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I agree with common sense, man. I mean, it's all on the player. I mean, a team of Mai and Terry got like top three in like three majors, so it's like those two characters are considered like low tier, mid tier, low mid tier at best, and it just shows that like any character can perform like so good in this game. So
Word.
yeah, I think the balance is it's pretty good. Yeah.
Word.
I think the thing is some characters it's easier to see like what they can do and how good they are, like because it's just given to you off gate. While other characters like you really got to go dig for it, but it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Yeah, you definitely have to know what you're doing with some characters in order to unlock their full like potential and stuff like that. Yo, Karn, what do you think, man, about the balance and stuff like that? KF13.
I find that every character, as long as yeah, I agree with you guys completely that every character can be used effectively by the right player. I've had a lot of people suggesting to me in my local scene to use characters that are considered top tier, but I really like the characters I'm using. I feel that they do have strengths that can be applied even against a lot of those characters that are considered top tier. And yeah, I don't see any complaint with anybody who wants to use who they like. It just takes a bit of time to figure out how to use them effectively sometimes, though. Everybody has their own personal style, and that might not always fit well with the character that you like because of how they look or whatever. And that's what a lot of people do look at when they're choosing their character. It's like who looks the coolest and so on.
Right. Okay. Well said. Yo, Leon, was you hyped when you saw Rio at the grand finals of Evo, man, or
Oh
how'd you
yeah,
feel?
oh yeah. I mean, I knew. I mean, it wasn't. He's a really good character. I think he was. I don't know if he wasn't seen enough, but I wasn't surprised. The funny thing is, Wu is the reason. He's one of him and Karo are the reason I ended up playing Rio, watching some of their Japanese matches. He his Rio was going crazy, and actually, he's the reason I ended up playing Kim. So I wasn't surprised seeing him in getting second place like he did. I wasn't surprised at all because I've always been watching him. He's been really good, but it was hype seeing like a Rio represented. Yeah, I was really excited about that.
Right.
He's a really good character, so it's good. Like the world knows now. I've seen like so many Rios online ever since, so I'm like, yeah, it's starting to get
Right.
stuff. Cool.
Right. Cool. All right. Let's see. Well, what are some like upcoming tournaments like that are like around the corner in the next few months that y'all know of?
Well, for as far as majors go, there is Yumacon next month in November. Not sure how big that is as a fighting game tournament rather than being a convention. It is a convention.
And UConn,
it's an
I think
anime
it's actually
convention.
this weekend, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, it is this weekend.
Wow, it is.
Right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
This weekend's like
Came up quick.
November already, right? So.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, it is. I was flying.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, cool.
You got NEC coming up, which what's that in December? I'm gonna try to make it out to that if I can. I gotta see if I can get the days off, but that's one that's always nice to go to.
Right.
Man, you gotta make it out, man. What if they
I'm
have
gonna
a
be there. We gotta do the team
We
tournament
gotta
again.
defend.
We gotta defend our
Team
title.
Michael Jordan.
Team Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
He's from Chicago. I'm from North Carolina, so we were Team Michael Jordan, and we won the team tournament. So it was really cool.
Oh, word. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
we gotta team up again. I got it.
Oh yeah.
Even if I get fired, I'm coming.
Word.
Uh,
All right, cool. And I said this before. Frosty's Frosting at the end of December
Yeah,
in Chicago.
that too.
Uh,
It is
uh,
now a 2-day tournament.
yeah, that's
Nice.
dope. At a different venue too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
So
farther, but yeah,
mhm.
it's definitely a bigger venue.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be
nice.
there for sure.
Nice.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's about it, man, for right now. Do y'all have any questions you want to ask amongst yourselves or something, or?
Um, anybody play on Steam? I haven't been on for like the last month, but I'm gonna start getting back on. So.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Steam, man. What are y'all thoughts on like the net play? Because I know everybody wanted to get Steam for the net play, man. What are y'all thoughts on the net code? Karn, why don't you start, then we'll just go down the line.
Steam, I've just tried it a few times. With somebody, well, I'm in Toronto. I'm not sure how that should affect what I should expect from the netcode playing people down in southern U.S. I played someone in Texas. I also tried playing someone in Mexico. There was
Mm-hmm.
pretty extreme delay, but playing somebody nearby in Toronto, it ran pretty smoothly. I'd only say there are maybe 2-3 frames of delay tops. So it's worlds better than console. I would recommend it. I mean, it's a fantastic alternative to console or not being able to play other people at all if you're in like a remote area and you're having trouble starting a scene.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. James, what do you think, man, about the Steam netcode for KOF 13?
I think it's really good. I mean, I've been playing. I have at least like 600 games in it online already. And most of them are against Chicago players, which I feel like our connections were good enough to the point where we could do combos. It's a little hard to react DP hops, so you're just anticipating it the whole time. But I guess that's like the only bad thing about it. Everything else is fine. I feel like I could react with normals and yeah, the connection's good. Same thing, like probably 1-2 frame lag at most. 1-2 frame lag at most. Also, I've been playing against your boy Josh KOF.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been playing against him a lot in Steam Edition. We have
Oh,
some
word.
really good matches.
How often
I
y'all
would
play?
say. How much? Like, we probably play each other like at least for sure at least 50 games already. Probably 100. But we've been playing a lot. It's been a lot of fun. And
Word.
yeah, good games with him. I played against what was it, Lazy Freddy for like
Oh,
eight
word.
Yeah.
games,
Shout
and
out to Lazy
I felt
Freddy.
like I feel like our connection was really good. So like from my connection Chicago to East Coast, I felt that was yeah really good with him of all the East Coast players. So also I played what's his name from Toronto with you guys. Pad player likes to play online a lot.
What player?
He's the pad player, Mayu
Oh, that guy,
0307.
Alvin. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Alvin, yeah.
Killy?
Oh no, it's a different Alvin. It's one in Toronto.
Oh, got you. Okay, okay,
Yeah, I did
okay.
meet Killy at Evo. That was cool.
His
Not,
name's Elvin too, right?
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Not so many guys in Canada who play KOF. I mean, it's just like a few scattered people in the West and Toronto.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I played a few games with him too in the beginning. That was fun. I've been playing a lot. Yeah, but I mean, like, I guess the past week or two I haven't been playing because of like new games coming out. So, like, or I guess GTA Online. That
Oh yeah.
that was the game's kind of addicting. So,
A
yeah.
bunch of people around here picked up imports for the new Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
crazy.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Leon, man, how are you feeling the Steam edition and who you've been playing with and whatnot?
I think the Steam Edition's great. I think it's better than the the only it's better as far as gameplay, right? But it's not better as far as communicating with people. Xbox Live, it was better to talk to people with, so you could build relationships. After playing somebody on Steam, I don't think you get to keep their name. Like it's not like
Oh, right.
that's a big problem because you play somebody really good and then you want to play them again and then like they're gone and you don't memorize their name, so you'll never get to play them again until you bump into them again.
They don't keep
But
like a
Yeah, fix that
history.
or something.
I don't think they have a history. Like every time I go to it, it's not there. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but
Hmm.
Yeah, for
nah,
me
it's
too, it's been like that. It
yeah,
hasn't
and
appeared.
that's bad because you're not keeping people together. Like it's not as tight as it should be. And we're already a smaller group, so for a game like that, you want to keep people together a little bit more. But nah, as far as learning and playing, it's really great. The only thing is, like you said, DPing or reaction. That's kind of hard. But hitting your combos, learning the game, learning the matchups, character spacing, etc. Yeah, that's definitely the place to be. I would say find one person that's on your level, better than you, friend them, and just grind out and play. Um, that's how I got good. That's how I know a lot of people got good. And Steam is definitely really, really good when it comes to just learning the game. It's definitely a good place to start.
Word. Cool. And I know all of y'all were part of the beta version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. What
when I
was
pre-order it, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. What was everybody's kind of like experiences during the whole beta version up to now?
Uh,
uh,
I, I
James, you
guess
can
I'll
start.
start.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I first started it, well, it's more because of the computer. When I first started, I played on my computer. It wasn't good. It really sucked. So then I switched computers to my sister's computer, and it was the best. So it's like, yeah, the beta for me was really good. I liked it a lot. Same thing with like everybody else. Like it was kind of hard to deep react DP hops, and then it was more of the same thing than what it was in the final product. I would say
Right.
for
Okay.
me.
Right. Okay. Karn, how was you feeling the betas, man, and the whole
My
process?
Well, actually, my computer was really bad back then, and by the time that I got a good computer for it, the beta was almost over, and it was already running pretty well by then. I thought it was cool how a lot of the feedback was being taken into consideration constantly. Wonder if they're still doing that now.
I think
For
they're still doing that.
They are?
I think.
Okay.
The
I think. I
guy on
haven't checked the discussion forums lately for it, so on Steam. So I think they're still doing it, from what I heard.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Leon, how was your beta testing experience?
it was painful at first because I wanted a key and I couldn't get in.
Yo,
But,
that was crazy, dude. The whole key thing, man.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
no,
that
once
was
I
Key
got
ring.
in,
crazy.
yeah, once I got in, it was great. The first time I played, it was kind of choppy, but I felt it was a computer. Like because I was like, this isn't lag. Like I think it's my computer. So I had to change my the static, I guess. Um, change a few things. But I played the first person I played was Jenny Cage in Canada, and
Word.
it felt like it was offline. It was
Wow.
it was wonderful. Like I was DPing her on reaction, and she was in the top of Canada. I was blown away. And then doing that, that was great. Then the feedback, talking to the guys, they were on Twitter. So one time, like my game for some reason, it wouldn't boot up, and I went and tweeted him, and I took a picture of what had happened, and because it would never boot up, even though I took the game off the computer, put it back on, everything. And he jumped on it, and they put out a new patch like a day and a half later, and it worked again. Like so, they did a really good job listening to feedback, um, and I know our feedback, everybody talking like helped them out just as much. Like so, it was a really good experience going back and forth like with the developers and actually having like talking to SNK for once because like they're normally ghosts. So it was
Yeah.
really cool.
Word. Cool. All right then. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up as far as this test show goes. Why don't we give some shout outs, man, to just anybody or whatever, man, or people in your crew or your unit or whatever, people that you mentioned. Why don't we start with Karn, man? Why don't you give some shout outs?
Sure. First off, I guess shoutouts to the Toronto King of Fighters community. Everything I learned in KOF 13 started with them. I started from the bottom and made my way up.
This guy.
Yeah. And also, when I first left town for a major, that was going to UFGT. It was great to meet a lot of the famous players. That's where I met James Jr. and many others. And I learned a lot about a lot of the habits that I'd fallen into and how any habit can really be countered. There's nothing you can really abuse without risk in this game. And I thought that was really cool. And yeah, I also met a lot of the top players as well, like Romance and Reynolds. At Evo, I met, let's see, Arcade Shot Gibby, who had only played online. He introduced me to the Toronto KOF community. A lot of others, I'm sure I'm leaving people out, like Samson, who taught me that K-Dash wasn't a terrible character. He actually destroyed me with that character, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it was a really great experience, and I'm really appreciative that I got to meet all these players and play against them.
All right. Cool, man. James Jr., shout outs.
Yeah, shout outs to the Chicago fighting game community, for accepting me, welcoming me to like all these places, GGA, Ignite, Game Pazo. I'm pretty sure other places that I can't think about right now, but yeah. And shout outs to Chicago KOF, man. You know, players keep playing. They're getting better and better every day. And I like their progress. Sooner or later you're gonna, we'll probably finally see in a local, not me and Mario in a grand final anymore. So because man, they're getting way better. So yeah, they're finally putting all the work in since especially with Steam Edition coming out, the online is good for them. And shout outs to my family. Shout outs to my mom. Shout
I
outs for
love you.
I love you guys. Shout outs to my sister for letting me use her computer for KOF because my computer really sucks. And I think that's about it. Oh, shout outs to the Bulls. Shout outs to Derrick Rose coming back and playing basketball. And yeah, that loss sucked, but tomorrow we gotta win against New York, so yeah.
Word.
All right.
Cool, man.
I think that's it. that I can
Cool.
think of.
All right. Common sense, shout outs.
Yo, shout outs to North Carolina to keep grinding. Shout out to Pack Strife, Gamer Wizard, Brent, Blake, Ed, the tier list heroes guys that throw the tournaments. Without y'all, we wouldn't have a place to play. So shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Tal. Shout out to everybody in North Carolina that grinds. Shout out to the people that don't grind. Start grinding again. Shout out to my online crew, Jenny Cage, Soul Chris, Blackabelly G. You already know what it is. The crew all night, every day. So shout out to everybody who plays online that keeps grinding. Shout out to the KOF scene in general, from any place in the world, in the universe. If you're playing in Mars, shout out to you. Like, just keep playing. It's a great game. We all love it. So let's just keep grinding. So shout out to everybody. And shout out to my family too. How y'all doing?
Word. Cool. All right. Well, yo, thanks for getting on the show, y'all. Thanks for coming on and talking. Karn, James Jr., Common Sense. Thank you very much.
No, it's no problem. My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
pleasure.
Yeah, for sure. This was pretty fun, man. I thought this was a good little session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll keep doing this, man. And also, what is cool about the whole Google Hangouts is the whole YouTube app function. So maybe we can have some sessions where mainly private sessions, of doing some like match analysis or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't broadcast it, obviously, but maybe we might, do some of that for people that like to record their matches and whatnot. Um, and I don't know. I think I might try to run this show maybe like weekly, twice a week. I don't know. So we'll watch it back and check out how it looks and stuff like that. Get some more feedback. Let me see. Check out Duel in the KOF this weekend, y'all. Check out UmaCon. Yeah, I know you're hyped for that. Common sense for sure, man. Yeah, me too.
That's gonna be crazy. They got what is it, 112 people in Japan for like a 3-day event of KOF.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
KOF only.
And KOF only.
Yeah.
They're doing 95, 98, 2000, 2002, and 13 is the main game. So they
I
got.
kind of want to see 2000, man. I want to see those.
Or I thought they were
Infinite.
doing 97, 98, 2002, 13. Or
They're doing a lot of KOF. I know that much.
Yeah,
I know 95's in there. So I mean, either way, it's going down. And,
yeah, that's like the World Cup almost, man.
Yeah, it is. You got Osaka. The biggest rivalry is I think Osaka. That's where KOF. That's where KOF is, like the SNK. So all those people play SNK games, and then you got Tokyo, who's just a nasty at most fighting games.
Yeah.
So that's like the biggest rivalry is Osaka versus Tokyo. So that's going down.
I wouldn't say World Cup because not all the world is there, but it'll be dope to have something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be streamed, right?
Yeah, but it's in. I mean, you would have to go to Dream Cancel front page to like find out the times because, like I said, it's in Japan, so they're completely different from us as far as.
Yeah,
time.
you're gonna be burning the midnight Earl, man, if you want to watch, it live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're always gonna have some, reported, archives, just like Common Sense mentioned, earlier. But I like to watch it live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll catch some of it live. It'll be interesting. I'll watch all the KOFs, even if I don't play some of them like 98 or 95 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's about it for the show, man. Again, thanks y'all for joining me. We're gonna do it again. If you're watching this, give some feedback on how you like the show. If you like the format, what guests we can have on, what topics or concepts that you want us to discuss, and I think that's about it. All right, peace.